Thanks everyone for attending, and I'll open the meeting at 3:03. I respectfully acknowledge the past and present traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting, the Budimai people. It's a privilege to be standing on Budimai country. If you'd like to join me in prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, now and forever. Amen. I acknowledge the pioneers who settled this country, developed the land and turned it into the productive country we know today. We have our disclaimer as printed. And 4.1, we want the attendance first or the motion?
Motion.
Can we move 4.1 motion to accept Councillor Fraser by electronic means, please? Can I have someone to move the motion? Councillor Bradford, seconded Councillor Bryant. All in favour? Carried 6-0 by absolute majority. Yes. Welcome, Councillor Fraser. Can you hear us?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. In attendance, we have all elected members, staff, for all those, Chloe, distinguished visitors, none members of the public. We have Mrs. Patty King. And apologies, I'll get to the leave of absence in a second. All right. Public question time. Responses to questions taken on notice. We have none?
No.
And questions without notice?
No questions without notice. Sorry, there's Mr. Chimbianka.
Okay. Applications for leave of absence. Can we move that Councillor Bryant be granted leave of absence for the meeting in August? Correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Have someone to move the motion. Councillor Hepworth, seconded. Councillor Sparkman. All in favour? Carried. Yep, 7-0. All right, item 7, confirmation of minutes of previous meetings held on the 19th of June. Can I have someone to move those minutes? Councillor Bryant. Seconder. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Bryant, would you like to speak to the motion?
Fine, thank you.
Councillor Campbell.
No, thank you.
Anyone against the motion? All in favour? Carried 7-0. To item 8, announcements by the presiding member without discussion. I would just like to officially congratulate our CEO, Paul Anderson, by receiving his Eminent Service Award last weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you. Paul. Well done.
Yep. I heard it was a lovely evening. That was good. Yep, there it is.
Oh, wow. There's my model.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Fantastic.
Well done. Congratulations.
Yes. Petitions, deputations and presentations, we have none. Announcements of matters for which meeting may be closed, we have none. And declaration of interest, I have one from Councillor Bradford for a impartiality.
Yes.
For item
12.4.
12.4, thank you. All right, item 12.1 is the monthly financial report to the 30th of June 2025. Do I have someone to move that motion? Councillor Bradford, have a seconder. Councillor Bryant, Councillor Bradford.
No,
speak to the motion. Councillor Bryant.
All good, thank you.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Item 12.2, schedule of financial activity for the period ending 30th June 2025. Can I have someone to move the item? Councillor Hepworth, seconder. Councillor Bradford. Councillor Hepworth, would you like to speak to the item? Councillor Bradford. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Thank you. Right. Item 12.3, the Enterprise Resource Planning Software Proposal. Can I have someone to move the item? Councillor Bryant. I have a seconder. Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Bryant, would you like to speak?
No,
to the item?
yeah.
Councillor Hepworth.
Move forward.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, item 12.4, the request for financial support from the Shire of Perenjori Football Club Junior Goals. Yes, Councillor Bradford will leave the room. All right. Can I suspend standing? Yep.
Yeah, I was just going to
Yep. Moved Councillor Sparkman, seconded Councillor Hepworth. All in favour? Carried 6-0.
I'm all in favour of it. I just wanted to suspend it to what the percentage of the contribution, like part through the resolution, really.
Yep.
So,
How
do we do that?
Yeah, I presume that I suppose I shouldn't presume that the football club is financially viable, but I was wondering if we could just be partially funded.
Well, I just wasn't sure whether, just want to talk about whether we wanted to fund the whole thing or partially fund it. I'm very happy either way, actually. I'm happy to fund the whole thing. I think it's a good course, a good idea.
I do have a few concerns that it's not safe, like as it is.
I think was there more than one occasion that someone's obviously
Well,
gone
post
into
all
it
over
or
it.
something?
There's only been one occurrence of it that I'm aware of. But if it's happened once, it can happen again.
That would be my only thing about funding the whole lot, is to get it done in a hurry. But
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't happen this year anyway, would it? So
The lead time for delivery is 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it could be made safer by anchoring the current structure into the ground with a 10 pegs.
I mean, 4,300 is it? Not GSP.
3,000.
Not a lot of money, really, but Shire budget. They don't really ask much, do they, the football clubs? I know they get the overwood a bit done for them, but
Well, yeah, that's right.
that's getting done anyway. So
They don't pay any rent or anything either, but
And they stay here in Perenjori. They don't go to Carmel, do they? They're solely here. Yes.
That's it there as it is, comes with inserts which go into the ground, get concrete into the ground.
Yeah, and then it's going to go down. Yeah.
Take a cap off, slide the post in, play the game, pull them out, put the cap back on.
and quick and simple and easy.
That cost there, 4,300, does not include installation. So if we were going to assist in the installation of that, there would be some staff wages allocated to that project. Couple of hours.
An option there is you could buy them and ask the club to install them in the right position. And that'd be the contribution rather than the financial contribution.
I'm sure you still have to sort, make sure you put them in the right spot, not through.
Yeah, obviously installed safely or whatever, so they're not.
Yeah, so
the footy players can play over them or whatever.
You put them in the ground,
Yeah.
dig a hole,
Yeah.
dig a hole with your post hole digger that
Yes.
big, put your inserts in, concrete them in, and turf over the top of that, and then you've got your
Cap on top.
protective cap
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
But if the staff don't do it themselves, like the Shire staff, somebody's capable of doing it other than the staff, aren't they? Like we don't need to fund that bit or.
If we were to do it, it'd be a staff cost. If the football club was to turn around and say, well, we can put it in ourselves, or they can engage a contractor to put it in, which I think wouldn't really be required.
Yeah, they would think themselves, surely.
Any sort of person that can put a fence post in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Under the works manager's direction to make sure.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Not a trip hazard or.
Good, pretty compliant, isn't it? So, yeah.
Look, there's not much in the compliance side of it, aside to make sure that your finished level is ground level.
And where they would go with the when they're capped off and not used, would the footy players play over that, or they'll be on there?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. So they've got to be.
So they've got to be.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
natural
Yeah.
ground level.
Yep.
And are they usually, other towns have got them, obviously,
Yeah.
Marty?
Yes, yeah. Minginew's got them, I believe. Carnamar's got them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to definitely fund them. Yeah.
Shall we just go with option one?
Right.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Wait until you vote.
Can I?
Just saying.
Yeah. Can I resume standing orders, please? Councillor Bryant and seconded Councillor Sparkman. All in favour? Carried 6-0. All right. Can I have someone to move part 1 or 2 of the recommendation? It's Councillor Sparkman.
Yep, can I move number 1, that council fully fund the request for the Shire of Perenjori Football Club for the purchase and assist with installation of goalposts as per the provided quote?
Do you want to assist or?
Actually, do we need to amend that?
If you want them to do the installation or ask them to do the installation, you could still go with that motion if we're only assisting and not doing.
Yeah,
And we could
that would be
leave-
fine. Yeah,
could leave that with the works manager.
assist with the installation of the goalposts. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy with that, yes.
Okay. Can I have a seconder for that motion? Councillor Bryant. Any other discussion, Councillor Sparkman?
No.
No, Councillor Bryant.
That's what we're thinking.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 6-0. Okay. Yes, please. Councillor Bradford is re-entering the room. Right, we'll go on to item 13. 13.1 is the acceptance of the community letter on options for the Latham Hall. Can I have someone to move that motion, please? Councillor Hepworth, and a seconder. Councillor Campbell. Councillor Hepworth, would you like to speak? Councillor Campbell, to speak? No. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Item 13.2, the quarterly report on the council plan. Can I have someone to move the item, please?
Standing order.
Yes, Councillor Bradford suspend. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Sparkman, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Councillor Bradford.
Oh no, just Marty, what's the go? What the dribbles through the middle here, is that right? And
What's that, sorry?
what's the go with it all? What's the go with Saltbush wanting to run dribbles?
Oh, wait.
I think that's the next item, sorry.
Saltbush next item and it's gone to whoops.
But I would like to speak.
No
about
wonder
that.
you're going, what the hell?
All right. Is
I
there
confused myself.
any other queries on that particular item?
The next one.
All right, we'll reinstate.
Go standing order, yeah.
Yes, standing orders, please. Councillor Hepworth and seconded Councillor Bryant, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay. Governance 14.1, the heavy vehicle RAV applications.
Didn't work position.
Oh, Shivers, sorry.
Sorry about that, yeah.
Sorry, we're back at 13.2. Can I have someone that will move the report, please? The council quarterly report. Councillor Hepworth, can I have a seconder? Councillor Bradford. Councillor Hepworth, would you like to speak to the item? Councillor Bradford. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay, now we're on to 14. 14 point. Am I not on to
Oh, you're right, you're fine, don't mind.
We're away.
one? The heavy vehicle RAB application, Saltbush contracting, Mullawall, Reuben Road. So would you like to suspend pending orders? Councillor Redford, seconder. Councillor Sparkman, all in favour? Carried 7-0. Okay.
All right, this one.
Yeah, you've got to be.
Yeah. So Saltbush has put in an application to Main Roads to run short triples. So they're a PBS unit. Essentially, they'll carry the same amount of product as your normal triple road train. They're just a shorter configuration. They are approved for use on all our roads. The only road that they're not approved for use on currently is this Mullawall-Woburn Road. So essentially the decision's not up to us, but we have been invited to have some input into whether we do want them or don't want them through town. Essentially they're going to be 6 metres longer, 6 metres longer than the current combination that comes through town, the C trains, and they'll be 30 tonne heavier. So they'll be a bit bigger of a truck. As far as volume of traffic, it will probably reduce the volume of traffic for Saltbush. Essentially, for every 3 trucks, they'll be carting an extra load. The only concern road-wise for that particular combination would be the fact that it's a tri-drive. It'll have increased transverse forces on the intersections when they turn. The intersection that would cause concern would be this one down at the rail siding, but that is a main roads intersection, so that would be up to them. It wouldn't increase our maintenance costs at that intersection.
What about the one out here?
It would increase it out there, but that's already approved for these trucks out there.
And or if they turn into their yards coming down, if they turn.
They haven't put in an application to go over there.
Okay, yep.
So whether they're planning on putting these trucks at the mine or at Deflector, I'm not 100% sure, but they haven't applied to go off the main road here.
Yep. This is what they were trying to do before, wasn't it? Or earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
And we kind of opened it up here, didn't we?
Yep.
And now it's main roads that are.
Yeah.
And
And just with this, if we do have any positive or negative feedback, it's got to be reasonable and justifiable, so they can use it for justification in their decision. But also bear in mind that if we say no, we don't want it, main roads can still say yes, they can do it.
Yeah.
And the principle is there, you've already approved it on your roads, then which aren't.
And Mara was already approved up here, aren't they? Obviously. Well, yeah. It says surround.
No, so they're only asking us, they'll have sent the same application to Morrow.
So the surrounding shires have already been approved, or they've already given their feedback or something like that for this.
No, our surrounding Shire roads are already approved.
Oh, is that how like
So why don't
Yeah.
are already approved for this because we've essentially they're RAV 10 rated.
Yeah. So the size you go anyway.
Yeah.
And they did have a hiccup last time with Morrow Shire. They didn't approve it. When you were looking at it previously with the PBS trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they wouldn't. Yeah.
So Morrow would have received the same application that I received.
Yeah.
And
it's just for advice.
It's
just
feedback.
For feedback. It's not even actually.
They do place weighting on what the Shire has to say about it, but ultimately at the end of the day, if main roads deem it fine, they will approve it or disapprove it, whichever they deem fit at the time.
And it'll be 3 of them, will it? 3 of them?
It most likely will be 3 because at the moment they're running 4 combinations. What I was saying with the 3 trucks is every time they run 3 loads up there in one of these combinations, they'll essentially be picking up a full train load with that increased capacity.
But that doesn't I mean, Saltbush get the approval, but could be anyone using it now, couldn't it? Like just anyone can run triples now, can't they?
Yeah.
If we go up to that.
So
But it has to be PBS.
It is PBS, yeah.
It has to be PBS, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Or
so
is it just go to
these combinations are a PBS combination.
Yeah.
And what's the PBS? Sorry, what's
Performance-based standards.
It's just a different dolly.
okay?
So yeah, they do run a different dolly, which is more stable than your normal converter dolly. They have ABS and stability control on the trays.
It's a much safer configuration in a truck, even though it's longer, it doesn't have much weight.
Yeah.
It's safe on the roads.
So they're not running their other trucks as well? They'll just swap to these
They will most likely swap to these, yeah.
and not run
So
others.
I think from what I can gather from what I've heard previously, Saltbush want to run these because they've got new combinations of these out at Kalgoorlie. Their fleet here is not in the greatest nick. It's old, it's had a hard life. And for them to go out and buy new C-train combinations when they've already got these combinations sitting at Kalgoorlie, it's just a better idea for them financially to do that.
The difference between the two options here, Maddie, can you just
Yes.
go through obviously both combinations? The second one.
Okay, so obviously option one is to recommend that it's all good. What I have added in there, I noticed on our RAV restrictions on the main street, on the RAV map, is we don't have the condition of RAV vehicles must do 40 kilometres an hour through town. I would suggest that when we do send back a recommendation, we ask that 40 kilometre an hour be applied to all RAV vehicles.
Yeah.
It's usually a stipulation on their permit, but it doesn't actually say it on the RAV map. So option one would be to approve everything and apply that 40 kilometre speed limit through town for RAV vehicles. Option two would be to only approve the tri-drive C trains. And
Which is that the first
that's the first
combo?
That's the first combination. That's a 36 metre combination. The second combination is the one we've just been talking about, which is a 42 metre combination.
Okay.
So we can approve both or approve just the C trains, but in a tri-drive configuration.
Okay.
Or we can provide feedback for neither of those options. Why we don't want either of those options through here.
Can I just say, it would have been nice if Saltbush had turned up here to go through this with it. I don't think Marty should be doing full of information, but it would have been nice if Saltbush had turned up in my world.
I thought they were getting out. They pulled their sponsorship out of the show and whatever, haven't they? So I thought they were getting out of town, to be honest.
Okay.
They've stopped doing a lot of these stuff.
I feel like their last presentation when we was in Latham, at a Latham meeting with Lockie and Dave, and that was years ago. And they actually haven't cited them since, have we?
No.
Yeah, I think this is a big deal too. I think they should have fronted up.
So essentially the reason why they put their application through main roads is because it is a main road. As far as the use of these vehicles are concerned on any of our roads, the council's already approved those vehicles. So it's a direct application to main roads. Main roads are just after our input.
We didn't send an invite to Saltbush to do so. If it's gone through main roads, they may not be aware that it's going to council unless they read the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want, you could consider lay it on the table, unless we've got a time frame to respond back to main roads.
4 weeks is
4 weeks,
the time frame.
Yeah, the option could have been, if you had enough time to lay it on the table, then invite Saltbush to present and go through it that way. But at this point, they weren't invited because the application was through main roads at this point. That's the first we saw it. We can see it from Saltbush previously.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind a trial if there would, because it looked like that combination. You see the pictures of those dollies there, which are a bit like, they obviously a bit safer and stuff like that. Obviously, as long as it probably doesn't, the concern is the nice new road we've put on, like Loading Street and all that. Like if
They haven't applied.
to go in and out of there.
off
Yeah,
the main road,
no, yeah.
So where would they pull up then? Like, because they do.
I'm not sure what their plan is. I would, if we were to go down this route, I'd definitely be contacting Saltbush and asking what their plans were with these vehicles once they were approved. Because to take it in onto Loading Street, they will have to have another RAV approval for that.
It's our road.
Yeah, which we wouldn't be much in favour. Or would you recommend them using that?
Oh, look, it'd be fine for them to use Loading Street as long as they access on that end, because we've asphalted that. That's as strong as anything now.
Even loaded, Marty, fine loaded or empty?
Absolutely. There's no increase in the axle loading.
No.
With these, there's just an extra set of axle.
Yeah, a bit
And
longer.
an extra axle on the drive.
Yeah.
It's an okay thing. It's
So-
the same way. It's the same
Yeah.
way.
It's a bit.
I'm happy with it. Let's do it.
So the
It's no different, really.
essentially, there's not a huge deal more wear and tear going to be as a result of them. There is going to be obviously the drive set is going to have an extra axle there, so you can have an extra.
Yeah, one less load out of every 4 loads.
Yeah,
One less.
And they look a bit safer as well with the way they configured.
It just means that local contract might be out. That might be the one load or whatever, but yeah.
well, it could be, yes.
Yeah. Owl, yeah.
And it would only really affect grain trucks out in the Rosso Road at that
Yeah.
time of year. Not
No, they don't.
No.
They don't have any trucks on the road. Saltbush, so yeah.
you'll have big,
You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even notice it coming through.
Still
Like,
don't now.
no, you don't even notice it now come through there. I mean, Terra Mining, they'd be different. But
Yeah, but
when they got there, they'd be straight into it, wouldn't they? Oh, hang on, we can go PBS all the way through now to, that's the only thing, but I mean, they can get it to here already, and it's the main roads deal. It's nothing to do with us,
I
really.
guess that's nothing to do with us anyway.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
All right, everyone, any other questions?
No, good. Thank you,
Councillor
Marty.
Fraser, you have a question?
In addition to reducing the 40k speed limit, we do like a school hours and all that through town. But before school and after school.
We tried that with the Terra. We tried that with Terra, and Main Roads knocked us back on that, didn't they, Paul? Yes.
Yeah, that's only sort of feedback I'm trying to sort of get as well, in addition to the 40Ks.
Yeah, because they're not actually going through the school zone, we can't enforce any sort of a curfew on them. We did try that with the Terra.
No worries.
You couldn't drop it to 30.
You could try. I would suggest 40 would be more palatable to main roads, because generally it's accepted that a RAV vehicle is 10 kilometres below the speed limit rather than 20.
And 40, Junior, 40 is pretty good. When they,
Yeah.
you tell, I reckon even 50 to
reckon too.
40 is, you know what I mean? Obviously slower is better, but 40 you could do.
The range rolling, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And
Yeah.
generally with the Saltbush drivers, they
They've been.
Right.
live and they eat.
Yeah,
Exactly, and they're usually pretty respectful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if they're not, their supervisors here are pretty quick to get onto them
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
adjusting their behaviour.
Well, I think it's been Saltbush that have been speeding. It's the other mob, isn't it?
Mm. But this will correlate to them as well, but the 40, it'll be all RAV
It'll
vehicles.
be all road vehicles.
So while we're doing that, might as well try and get 40k down there and get it
Yeah.
written on the bit of paper saying, yeah, you can't do it.
And I'm not sure why it wasn't already there. The only reason I noticed it wasn't there was because I looked through the conditions on that road, and I noticed that they were on the Moral section but not on our section.
Yeah.
So when I email HVS back, I'll ask them to include that condition on there.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Give me the name.
Yeah. But let's, yeah.
Any other questions? No, shall we resume standing orders? Can someone, Councillor Hepworth and Councillor Sparkman, all in favour? Carried 7-0. So the, can I have someone to move either 1, 2 or 3 of that item, please? Councillor Bryant, are you, which are
Move number 1, please.
number 1? Can I have
I'll second that.
Second that. Councillor Bryant, would you like to speak to the
No,
motion?
it's fine, thank you.
No, Councillor Bradford?
No.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 14.2, the Freedom of Information Statement for 25-26. Can I have someone to move that motion, please? Councillor Sparkman. Councillor Hepworth, seconded. Councillor Sparkman, do you like to speak to the motion? Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. 14.3 is the annual appointment of bushfire officers and fire break notice for 2025-26. And that's all there. Can I get someone to move the item, please? Councillor Bradford, a seconder. Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Bradford. Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. We have 15 confidential reports, none. Ordering of the common seal, nope. 17 reports of committees and members, which I don't think we have any. Motions of which previous notice has been given. No. Notice of motions. 20, we have new business of an urgent nature admitted by council. That's our late items, which you should have a hard copy of. Can I get someone that we accept the late item 20.1 and 20.2, please? Councillor Bryant, seconded. Councillor Sparkman. All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right, 20.1, late item is the adoption of the 25-26 statutory budget. I have someone to move the item. Councillor Bryant, a seconder. Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Bryant, would you like to speak to the item?
Good, thank you.
Councillor Hepworth.
Well prepared.
Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. And late item 20.2, the interim audit management letter for the 24-25 financial year. Can I have someone to move the item? Councillor Bradford. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Hepworth. Councillor Bradford, would you like to speak to the item?
Well done to all the staff, and yeah, they've done a very good job again. Yeah, and Paul. Yeah, well done, everyone.
Yep, Councillor Hepworth. Anyone against the item? All in favour? Carried 7-0. All right. We are, that's it. Closure of the meeting at 3:37, and our next ordinary meeting